Hi there! Today, we're going to create a trendy and beautiful UI effect in Flutter. Glassmorphism, also known as the frosted glass panel effect. This style is widely used in modern design. You'll find it in iOS, macOS, Windows, and lots of popular apps. We'll learn how to implement it in Flutter, using BackdropFilter, transparency, blur effects, and layered rendering. Let's start with the main function, which is the entry point of our app. Inside it, we call runApp and pass in the GlassApp widget. This widget will be the root of our entire application. We haven't created it yet, so let's define it right now. We'll make it a stateless widget, since GlassApp won't need to change its state during runtime with setState. In the build method, we return a MaterialApp. We set a title for it, which is useful for the web and Android task manager. We also disable the debug banner so we don't see the debug label in the corner of the screen. And finally, we set the home page to Glass Homepage. This widget doesn't exist yet either, but we'll create it in the next step. Let's move on to Glass Homepage. This will also be a stateless widget, since it doesn't depend on state. In the build method, we return a scaffold. It provides the basic layout structure for the screen, like app bar, body, drawer, and so on. We'll only be using the body here, since we don't need anything else. Inside the body, we place a container. We'll use it to add a background image so the glass effect is more visible and clear. We set the decoration property and pass in a box decoration. Inside it, we use a decoration image and provide a network image. This will load an image from the internet as our background. Also, don't forget to set fit. BoxFit.cover, so the image covers the entire screen. Next, we add a center widget inside the container to align the content to the center. And inside that, we place our future widget, GlassContainer. We haven't created it yet, but we'll take care of that next. It'll also be a stateless widget, since we're just rendering a styled card. However, it will have a widget field named Child. This makes it reusable. We can wrap any widget with a glass effect. We'll also add two double fields for width and height. Don't forget to pass all fields to the constructor. In the build method, we start with a ClipRRect. This widget clips its child using a rounded rectangle. It's important because we'll apply blur later, and without clipping, the blur might spill outside and look weird. We set the border radius to 20 pixels. Inside the ClipRRect, we place a backdrop filter. This is the key element that creates the glass effect. It blurs whatever is behind it in the widget tree. We pass in a filter, ImageFilter.blur, and set both the horizontal and vertical blur to 10. This gives us a soft, natural-looking blur. Now, inside the backdrop filter, we add a regular container. We set its width and height using our class fields. This is the size of our glass card. Now for the decoration. First, we set the background color to white with 20% opacity using WithValues method. This keeps the card semi-transparent, not fully see-through so the effect stands out, but still transparent enough to show the background. Then we set the border radius again, the same 20 pixels. This must match the one in ClipRRect. Otherwise, the edges might not align properly. We also add a border. a thin white outline with 30% opacity and a width of 1.5 pixels. This gives the card depth and helps define the glass panel visually. Next, we add content inside the card. We wrap it with the center widget to center everything. And inside that, we place the child widget, the one passed into the container. This way, we can pass any content into the Glass card. Let's go back to Glass homepage and actually pass in some content. We'll create a simple text, Glassmorphism. We give it a font size of 24, white color, and bold weight. This is just a demo. Later, you can replace it with anything: profile cards, icons, or buttons. Let's run the app. And here's what we've got. As we can see, our container is too small, but that's not a problem because we can easily adjust its size. If you liked this style, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment with what else you'd like to build in Flutter. For example, we could create iOS-style cards, a custom bottom sheet, or even try neumorphism. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.